You guys know our love for Smoke Wagon. I just can't wait to try another one.
Single barrels for the bourbon are back, baby. Let's go.
Welcome back to another edition of Bourbon Kingdom. I'm David.
And I'm Zach.
And today we are going to review the Smoke Wagon Private Barrel. This one's going to be good. I feel it.
So if you all don't follow Aaron on Instagram, this is going to be my little pitch. Not that I am helping him out whatsoever.
The cork came out way easier.
Did you almost break that bottle?
No, but the cork came out way easier than I anticipated it.
So for anybody who missed it, Aaron announced on Instagram that they were bringing back the single barrel bourbon program. They bought a whole bunch of these high rye bourbons. It's 39% rye, 10% malted barley, 51% corn. These are kind of like the first releases with them. So he released, I think it was 12 barrels to the public. So this is one of the 12. This is 39-3.
So the real question becomes, can we go to Vegas and do a barrel pick?
So a couple years ago, they did they did a sign up, right? And you had to enter.
Aaron, I know you don't even watch this channel, but if you by any chance you do watch this channel, I'd love to come to Vegas, hang out with you, smoke a couple cigars, drink a little bourbon, do a little private barrel tasting, and do a little private barrel pick. That's just me. I don't know.
Probably everybody else who watches this video, also me, probably other people who don't watch this video, everybody would probably think the same thing. With all of that being said, though, they did do a sign up for names for single barrels. I remember signing up for that. It wasn't one of my current emails I'm using right now. And I'm pretty sure it's one I don't have access to anymore because it got hacked and I changed the password and I forgot the name of the password. So he did say there's like 75 names left on there. I'm pretty sure all 75 of those names are going to get it. And I think one of those emails is mine. And I'm not going to get it because I can't get access to that email.
I mean, just say forgot my password and get in there.
Well, I think you're going to need a little bit more than that. So...
We always got to deal with something because it's Zach.
Are we being serious right now?
No.
Okay.
Never.
All right. So anyway,
so hit the like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and tell us that you do want us to do a private barrel. And message Aaron and say, listen, Bourbon Kingdom.
No,
needs to
do not message Aaron based on us whatsoever. Do not be that guy. With all that being said, so this is a 6-year, 10-month-old. This is 120.3 proof. This is a little bit younger than what they used to come out with. They used to come out with like 10-year.
Yeah.
I think it was like 9 to 11-year barrels, if I remember. There might have been some other ones. But this used to be a thing. It was awesome. And then they went away for a multitude of reasons. And now they're back. And I'm super excited and yet sad at the same time because I can't figure out that email situation. But I'd love to be able to get my hands on one, obviously.
Listen, if there are any email hackers out there that we can, we'll talk. Let's talk. You can go on the private barrel tour with us.
Oh gosh, that would be a kid's dream.
So many dreams.
By the way, I don't know if I said this earlier. This is barrel 39-3. So I'm assuming that all the ones that are being released are going to be like the barrel like 39 and dash whatever that barrel is. The reason why we are reviewing this is because Dave and I did talk about this. So these barrels that they're releasing to the public, they're just like going out randomly. So like I know this barrel for us locally was at Cox's and Liquor Barn. So, hopefully this kind of helps judge if, the picks that you guys are going to get. But so the number one note on the nose for me that comes off is rye. Like to me, there's a ton of rye that comes off on this.
There is. There's some apple back in there too that
I agree.
That I catch.
It kind of reminds me. So you all know Starlight. Whenever people mention Starlight to me, I just think Huber's farm because that's whenever I was growing up, that's what it was to me.
It was.
So Huber's, we used to go up there and take field trips and everything else as a kid, and we used to go pick aples. And that apple orchard note comes to my mind, like in the fall.
That's exactly
And there's a lot of that.
Yeah, it's funny. I was going to say the same thing. Like, this smells like Huber's.
It really does. Like, if you had to almost put it into a candle and then light it.
I would call this Huber's.
Exactly.
Yeah. I like the nose. Like,
I know.
Yeah, it's just it's...
Whenever I heard it was a high rye, my first thought is like, man, are we going to get like a Four Roses like kind of like vibe going on? It's definitely not a Four Roses.
No, it's definitely not a Four Roses.
But it's good.
Yeah, it smells great.
That oak really does pop on that too with that rye. It merges and mixes really well with it.
That's interesting. Because I don't think the nose and the palate match.
They don't. So a ton of spice on there.
Yeah.
Black pepper, baking spice, rye spice.
Yep.
Oh, that's baby spice talking.
Comes off, there's some cinnamon in there. Comes off a little candy cinnamon.
Mm-hmm.
You get the oak, and then I will say there's this weird mouthfeel to it. And there's a little, and it sounds bad, but I don't mean it in a bad way. Comes off a little chalky. But I don't mean that in a bad way.
Yeah.
It's how it coats and how the texture of it kind of feels.
There is right at the end of it too. There is a malty nature to it.
Mm-hmm.
Full on. There's like, you're just like, oh, is this malty? And there is some malted rye in it.
I think that 39% rye really helps to boost.
Yeah.
Sorry,
bolster or boost
that 10% malted rye.
Yeah,
in my opinion. And to me, there's just, at the end of the day, I think this is a really, really good pour. But I think it's all going to come down to if you like rye.
Yes.
I think if you don't like rye, this isn't going to be your thing. But I think if you like rye, I think you're going to love this.
I think the oak and the fruit and the things on it just enhance that malty rye kind of feel on it. Like, I like this. I just think it's quirky enough that
a little quirky.
Like, I think it's quirky enough that you're not going to drink this all the time, but this is one that you can go to every once in a while and enjoy, like a little bit of a different pour, because this doesn't feel like an uncut, unfiltered. It doesn't feel like the small batch. It doesn't feel like any of that.
Not at
all. And so, because it feels so different in nature, like, this is, I would recommend this for sure.
A lot of Aaron's stuff that he does, he likes having a little fruit, a little spice, a little bite on the end.
Yeah.
And this is so, I don't want to say it's off profile, but this is just a different thing from them, which I really do like. I do think that, again, you have to like a high rye.
Yeah, the rye definitely shines through.
You have to like spice.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if you like that, I think this is something that you're going to want. And this is something you're going to want to drink on a lot.
I'd tell you to try it at a bar, but the chances of it being at a bar...
Well, I don't know how distribution is going to be.
Yeah.
So I bet you there's probably going to be a decent amount of this. I mean, it sounds like... I can't remember if he said he pulled like 41 barrels, 42 barrels of it all together.
Yeah.
But he pulled a decent amount, and they're going to start doing some single barrel picks of it. I think there's going to be a lot of this to go around. So I think that is the good thing about it.
Yeah.
Now, is it going to be easy to find? I'm not saying that, but I think it is going to be at least out there to be had.
Yeah.
So, but overall, I really enjoy it. I think it's, again, my only thing I would say about this is if you don't like rye spice, probably isn't going to be your jam.
This is a wintry drink to me.
It does come off as a wintry kind of drink, yeah.
Very much, because it warms you in a way, like it warms in a good way. It feels very, very wintry to me.
I agree.
All in all, I think it's very solid.
I do too.
Aaron's a magician, so like it is what it is.
Man.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Whatever it is. All right. Tell us if you've had it, and tell us what you think about it. And until next time,
we'll see you.
We'll see you.